Popping it all on mute, and the box is there for chatting. All good, all good. Coming into your basic stance, let's spread out through our toes, bend through knees, tuck the hips, lift. Thank you for joining me in week 2 of 8. Yes, week 2. Wow. In this intermediate class. Now, if you recall back to the last session, it was really, really awesome just to get us moving again after the holidays. To kind of refresh our bodies, our minds. Get back into that creative space within us. Begin to let things flow. We had a little look at a combination through the hip. Spoke to you about many of the things that we're going to enjoy together during this term of classes, this block of classes. And I also expressed to you the way that I like to teach choreography, which is very much in an organic way, a way that's more active than passive, so that at the end of this block, not only will you know a routine, a recital, but you'll actually know it with every single fiber of your being. You'll be able to take that and use it in a way that really lights you up. And you'll be able to make it your own. You'll be able to dance improvisation. And, oh, there's a little part of that sequence I know. Might just pop out of nowhere. So we're going to actually be learning in this term to dance, the roots of the dance, and, which of course are improvisation, but also the more modern aspects of the dance. So essentially, the masculine and the feminine aspects of the dance, energetically, of course. Woo! So we're traveling that slide of hips forwards and back. If you're new to traveling within belly dance, let me just give a little quick insight to that for now, because that is not the main focus of this session, but let's go into that to some extent right now, just in case you've never covered that before. So as your weight in the slide comes out over one foot, you're going to place the weight through that foot. Then you're going to slide your hip across, and as you slide, you're going to step forwards and shift your weight over into that side of your body. You're going to keep the hip line nice and level, and as you transfer your weight, you're going to step, 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 step. Bring it back, step, woo, step, step, step. And with the stepping within belly dance and within all types of belly dance, there's really, when you look at it and break it down, there's 2 main types of movement. We've got the staccato, very rhythmical, boom, 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 like the drum. And you also got like a serpentine, fluid, smooth, slinky aspect of it. So you've got the masculine boom, boom, boom of staccato, and you've got the feminine energy of the fluidity, flowing, smooth. And so when you actually look at traveling movements, you could apply one or the other, or elements of both. So, for example, what we did in the slide of the hip there and that particular traveling step was we combined. So what we had was what we did initially there was we had the staccato of the hips. Boom, 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 boom. Or should I say doom, 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 doom. But then what we had was almost like the tack aspect of the feet, because they were smooth in the transition. It's very smooth, slinky. You almost can't see any gear changes in this one. So it's all smooth. Your acceleration is smooth. Almost like you're gliding across the floor. Try that together, this time with those aspects in mind. Yes? How does that feel now that you have that knowledge? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. You take it round in a circle in your space. You could do this on the spot if you rather. Now, let's see if we can change that up so that we've got smooth fluidity on some other aspect of the body, maybe your upper half, maybe your hips, and you've got that staccato punctuation, if you like, on the foot pattern, on the footwork. So on the footwork then, it's more folkloric, it's traditional. Often it's with a flat foot, whereas the previous one often dance cabaret style or Oriental would be up on the toes quite often in modern belly dance. Whereas with the traditional folkloric, it's earthier, it's flat-footed often. So let's make that staccato on the low half, and then on the upper half, let's focus on making that really smooth. Let's not change too much of the patterns that we're creating. So let's stay with the hip slide, but let's just change that up. Now this might feel a little bit like doing one of these tasks. And if it does feel like that, it means you're growing. It means there's growth, you're on your growth edge. Just really focus on what we're doing, think about that. So you want to keep the hips smooth and make your step edgy. Let's try a bit faster, here we go. Take it around a circle. Does it feel weird? Does it feel weird to you? So even if that's difficult through your body right now, just know that if you understand the concept of what I just broke down, then your body eventually will follow. Let's go back to the original. So nice staccato hip, smooth footing. Something that's tricky when you've been focusing on one to shift into the other. Because your brain is, you just managed to tweak and work with that previous one. Now let's do the second one. So we're going to be really earthy through our footing and smooth through the hip. Well done. Well done. Everyone in our live class here is doing a really great job with that. Okay, well done. Well done. Amazing, amazing. Coming back into center. Yeah. Woo-hoo. Help yourself to some hydration if you would like some. And then we're going to move on. I want to really dive into this aspect known as improvisation. So what is improvisation? Let me just talk to you a little bit first. We're going to just cover a bit of theory, and then we're going to dive into the practical side of that, the actual doing of it. So on a theory side, This art form is thousands of years old. Okay, there's like cave markings have been discovered in parts of the world and parts of the Middle East as well, where it's considered to be from. But all around the world, cave markings have been found that depict what's believed to be women of the village dancing together. And it is believed that women actually gathered in caves up in the mountains and in clearings in the forest. And they shared stories and experiences and ritual, emotions, healing potions. That rhymed, just saying. And so, what we're actually dancing is something that our ancestors, you know, generation upon generation upon generation have handed on one to the other, one to the other, one to the other. And it's movements that are so fundamental to the human body and perhaps in particular women's bodies. But it's an art form that's danced by men and women and people in general, whatever gender you identify as or not at all. And so just know that it's something that's within you at cellular level already. You know, there's studies have been found in going into things like epigenetics that show that humans, any experience that humans have, we store it to some degree in the layer that sits on top of your DNA, your epigenetics. And so that equips you with the experiences of everyone who's gone before you. We think about ourselves as being an individual, but you're actually the product of everybody who's gone before you. And our bodies are all, of course, borrowed. We're stardust. You already know this art form. You know, when we think about things in that sense, you already know it. It's already within you. And so it's my job, really, just to open that door, to give you the key and say, open that door. It's yours to enjoy. So that's really what we're doing here. And so when you talk about something like improvisation, like improvised dance, nowadays, I think our lives, we're so used to being told what sort of, okay, you can do this now, you can do that now, if it is contained within this little box that society says is, yep, you're doing this now. And so what we're doing in this art form is we're saying, let go of all of the boxes. Things don't need to be categorized, or you're free to explore. It's the real beauty of this art form. It's ever expanding. It's the you that you were years ago. It's the you that you are now, and it's the you that you're going to be in your future. So when you say to somebody, we're going to do improvisation now, usually they'll go, oh God, and they'll kind of shut down. And the idea of dancing improvisation in front of anybody outside of your own home, you'd be like, oh God, I could never do that, because you don't know what's going to come. It's the unexpected, that element of the unexpected. Well, we are going to absolutely blow the roof off of that one. We're going to absolutely dive in a creative way that's going to enable you to expand and express in a way that you never have in dance. How exciting does that sound? Give me a massive big thumbs up if you would like to do that. Woohoo! Let's do it. Yes, yes, yes. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, so what we're going to do is, first of all, I want to connect you into your senses. So I'm going to pop on a piece of music in a moment, and what I want you to do is ask yourself a series of questions, all right? So, first of all, when you hear this piece of music that's coming up, ask yourself, if you can shut your eyes or leave them open, but just listen and feel. Come down for your mind after you've asked yourselves these questions. So, if this piece of music had a color, What color would it be? Does the color change or does it stay the same? Color or colors? If it had a texture, what would it feel like in your fingers, under your foot? If it had a vision, what would you see? What's the illustration of this piece of music? If it had this one's a bit crazy. If it had a taste, what would it taste like? All right, so we're going to ask ourselves these questions, and then we're going to come down from busy mind into body, and you're just going to allow yourself to move. I don't want you to focus too much on technique right now. I want you just to think about just allowing whatever wants to come, just to flow. So it might be the tiniest of movement. It might actually even be just standing still, but feeling the music in the moment. Or it might be really going for it and moving around the entire space that you have. So it doesn't need to be belly dance movements, but it can be if you want to. And yeah, just letting go. The practice of letting go and allowing. So letting go of all expectations of your own self right now. And just being and accepting whatever comes. So this is the piece of music here. So asking yourself, first of all, let's think about if this had a color, what would it be, or colors? All right, once you got that. If this had a texture, what would this feel like? If it brought a vision, what do you see? What's the picture? If it had a taste, what does it taste like? Can you think of any other senses? How do they change? How do they merge? Once you got that, just come down from your mind and let your body take over. How does it make you feel? Did you just do that? Did we just do that? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. If that was your first true improvisation, where you really connect, where you embody, well done. It's a scary space to move into if you've never done it before. But once you've done it once, my God, don't you just want another taste of that now? Wow, 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 wow. Welcome to what it is to dance, the embodiment of this dance that is so ancient, so health-giving. Do you feel it boosting you up? It's full of radiance and love. Wow! Not to mention sensuality, beauty. Oh my gosh. When you move from your heart, it cannot look anything other than beautiful. It just is. It's true to you. It's true to nature. Wow, what a gift, huh? Oh, such a joy and a privilege to be able to share with you. Okay, so with that in mind, now that you know this piece of music a little bit more, and you've got your own idea of what it represents to you, let's come back to that combination that we did. That was so much fun, says Roz. Oh, Katie said, so science-based, so accurate. I love it. Oh, I'm so glad. She said, I study this. Wow. Love to you, sister. Woo, woo. That is awesome. That is awesome. Healing potions and emotions. Love it, says Roz. Yes, yes, sisters and brothers. If you're out there on YouTube, thank you for being here, everybody. Okay, so we're going to move on. Let's have a little look at that technique that we had last time. We're just going to finish up with a little bit of that, a little bit of progress on that. And like I said to you, my way of teaching choreography is kind of a bit out there. It's different. I'm not going to teach it to you as in do this now, do this now. You don't learn anything. Okay, you learn that piece, but you don't learn anything additional about yourself in the process. And so, yeah, so we're going to just go deeper now into what we did the last time, which might seem like quite simplistic movements, but now it's got heart and soul behind it. Okay, so coming back to this piece that we used before. So what we're going to do with the beginning of this piece this time around is we're going to improvise it. So we're going to have so long just literally exploring in the way that you did a moment ago, the beginning of this piece. So you might want to bring arms, you might want to bring hips, you might want to travel, whatever it is for you. Let's do that right now. And then we're going to return to that hip combination, which was a triplet. Here we go. So just in your own time, you can work with that. Wow. All right, that is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Now we're gonna come into that triplet combo. So we got drop, 2, 3, back, drop, 2, 3. Hip, 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 hip. We can work with a hit, hit, hit. Bringing the hip forwards, back, forwards, forwards. So with that foot pattern, traveling forwards, back, forwards. Let me show you that. So it's gonna go like this. You got right, left, right, left, right, left. Travel right, left, right, travel left, right, left. And with that, you got hit, 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 hit. On the first and the third hit, you want to make those the most powerful there. Yeah, so what you got is like, so doom, tack, doom, 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 shimmy, doom, tack, doom, shimmy. Wow, wow, yes, here we go. Doom, tack, doom, shimmy, 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 doom, tack, doom. You are on fire. You are on fire. All right. Wow. I'm going to include myself in that. We are on fire. All right. So, let's shimmy. Let's go smooth now. Shimmy. Smooth. Combo, here we go. Drop, drop. 2, 3, hip shimmy, drop. 2, 3, hip shimmy, drop. 2, 3, hip shimmy, drop. 2, hit. Forwards, back, forwards, shimmy, forwards, back, forwards, shimmy, forwards, back, forwards, shimmy, forwards, back. Hip, 1, 2, 3, shimmy, 1, 2, 3. Bring your hands like this for me into a fist. You're going to place them into your hip. Drop, 2, 3, shimmy, drop, 2, 3, shimmy, drop, 2, 3, shimmy. Wow. Oh my goodness, you are alive with fire. Do you feel it? So much passion in those movements. Wow. That was incredible. And so what you find is that already a few of the foundational movements or sequences that we're going to be using in this piece, you just learned them. But not only did you just learn them, but you did it in a way that it was driven from your heart, and therefore your body followed. It just followed. It just is. Yeah, okay, we can refine technique. We can refine technique as we move on, but already you know 2 of the main sequences that are going to form like the basis. They're going to hold the ground. They're going to ground this piece. Grounding through hips, drop, 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 shimmy, drop, 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 shimmy. And then hit, 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 shimmy. Sorry if that was a crash sound there. Hit, hit, hit. That was all my shimmying then. And shoulder shimmy. We traveled with those. That felt amazing. You already know some of the different subtleties between traveling and how to really, really connect with that traveling. So I reckon that's a good amount of progress for this session. Wouldn't you say? Let's take a deep breath in. Bring your hands up towards the sky. Bring your tailbone to the ground. Bend through your knees. Breathe. And breathe out. And just relax and allow any tension to release. Deep breath in, raise yourself up towards the sky, up to the sun, the moon, the stars. And release. Return into center here. We're going to stretch out, release through the waist and the back. Come out to one side, bring it on diagonal, all the way around. Back up into center. If you feel you need a little bit more after that, since we've been doing our own individual things to an extent in this session, you can, of course, repeat this in your own time. Bring it on diagonal, all the way around. And previously, we did also mention a few stretches that can really help you to increase your range of motion in each of the movements in belly dance. So let's come all the way in front, bring it all the way around to the back. Keep your hips in neutral, use pelvic floors. Floors? Yeah, okay. Let's lift. Let's lift upwards. We're going to grip on, bring your foot in towards you, bring your knee into alignment, tuck the hips a bit more, push them forwards. You're going to feel this, hopefully, if you're doing it right, through your thigh, through the hip flexor. If you don't feel that, think about the alignment of your knees, the alignment of your hips, and if you need a bit more, you can squeeze through that glute on the same side as the lifted foot. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, we're gently going to release that down, and then on the other side, we're going to step outwards, bring it around to the back, lift up, grip on, knees come into alignment, tuck the hips. You're in alignment through knees, hips, all the way up through your spine. Relax your back, squeeze through your glute if you'd like some more leverage there. Oh my gosh, that feels nice. And this is when you realize how hard you were working. It was a workout as well. Wow. Could it be any better? Deep breath in. As you breathe out, let's relax the foot down towards the ground. Take a big, wide stance. And bring your hands onto your hips. Form that fist, clench through your fist into a power stance. And know that you are stronger and more fabulous than you've ever realized. Ta-da! If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit notifications so you can be informed of when the next video goes up. If you'd like to support the creation of these videos, remember you can head along to patreon.com/Little Egypt Studio, where you'll find a community of other enjoyers of these videos. See you soon. Bye.